Assalamualaikum guys, welcome back to the channel. Guys, in last video, as you know, we have started the CSS, and last video was about to the borders, margins, and paddings, and we discussed that things in very depth. So today we will inshallah cover height and width, box model, outline, text. Okay, these type of things we'll cover in today's lecture. So guys, if you are new to my channel, kindly do like, subscribe and share. So let's start the things that is called the CSS height, width and max width as well. So what is the concept of height, width, and max width is height. Do you remember height and width are the properties used to set okay the height and width of an element, either it's a picture or some other thing. Okay, and max width property is used to set the maximum width. Okay, maximum width. Okay, the element type. The maximum width. Okay, with an element you set with the max width property. And we remember every property has the value, so you need to give the value if you want to apply that property in any element. Okay, okay. Then we have some heights and width values as well. We have the auto values. Okay, as we know, height and width are the properties. They have obviously have the values. Let's say auto we have it means this is default. The browser calculate the height and width. Length define the height and width in pixels, centimeters like this one. Same like in percentages, you also give the width. Okay, then we have the initial, it sets the width okay to its default value. Inherit will be inherit from its parent values, these type of things. So we are starting this one. Let's say I am starting here one. Where is my actual file? Okay, here one. Yeah, here one. I have opened this file. Now what I need to do, I'm just applying styling here. Okay, internal styling I am applying. Okay, so inside this head tag, you need to define the style tag as well. Okay, here I need to define the style. I'm just commenting this one. Okay, so I'm here defining the style tag that is called the style tag. This is we remember inline styling. So once I define the style tag, what I need to do inside the style tag, I need to define one div. Okay, div. Let's say I am giving the properties for the, but we remember we need to define the div below. Okay, what I want. Let's say here I'm defining the div, and inside div, let me I'm writing something. Let's say set the width and height of an element. Okay, this is some thing I have written inside. Okay, this one. So once I have defined this div, now I need to define the div for giving for styling. So what I need to do, I'm just defining, let's say height, height property. Let's say I am defining 200 pixels. Same like I defining the width, that is, let's say I'm taking width 50%, 50%. Okay, here. So 50%, and let's say background color I am giving you. Background color I am giving you. Let's say black. What is it called? Powder blue. Yes. This color I have taken. Now we need to check that how it looks like in the browser. As you see, this is how it's working. This is basically a div section. Okay, this div section. So what I did, I just defined this. I set the height and width. Okay, you also change the values to see the results as well. So I need to go back. Let's say I'm giving the width instead of 50%, I'm giving this 100%. Okay, 100% I define the width. Now I need to check it again. What we'll see in the browser. Okay, as you see, this is now 100%. Okay, it takes the 100% of screen. This is how you set the width. Same like if you increase the height value, you can. Let's say height value, I am taking 500 pixels instead of 200. So I need to go back here. Now you see this height is 500 pixels. Same like you can set the height and width using these properties. We remember every property must have a value if you want to apply any property, you must assign the value. These are the values: 50%, 500 pixels. These are the values. Okay. So this is all about the height and width. Now one property I need to teach you, that is called the max width. As I told you, it is used to set the maximum width of an element. Let's say I am here defining instead of this width, I'm taking the max width. Okay, max width. So once I define the max width, let's say I'm taking 100 pixels. I think 500 pixels is okay. Okay, I'm not changing the value. I just replace the property with instead of width, I have taken the max width. Now we'll see. As you know, it already has taken the 100% width. Okay, it already have taken the width. Okay, so that's why this is the maximum. This screen is the maximum. The screen resolution size is this one. So it already have taken the maximum width of the screen, as you see. This one, this is the max value, how this max value works. Okay, this is the 100% maximum width of the screen. Okay, same like you can reduce as well the values if you want to reduce. Let's say here instead of this 100%, this is, let's say I'm taking 100 pixels. Okay, instead of 100%. 100% means full screen, so I'm just taking in pixels. Let's see. Yes, as you see, this is how this is max width. Okay, actually, max width works. Okay, how much space this text is required. Okay, if you take, let's say, sorry, not space is required. Actually, it sets that you want to display, let's say, your text in this section only, or you want to display text in long. Okay, this is how. If you set the width, then automatically the next line will appear in the next line. So this is how, once you set the width, let's say you want to set the width, let's say here one, you said that this width contain, let's say, 5 or 6 words only. So when 6 words ends here, then it automatically moves next line. It follows like this pattern. So this is how you set the max width property. Okay, max width means you have defined, this is, let's say you are considering border, this border. Okay, you have taken the 100 pixels, so you have defined this border. You cannot go here one. Once you reach this border end, you go in the next line to display the text. So this is how the max width property works. I hope so this max width property is clear to you, how you set the max width. Okay, properties I'm telling you, we have the height property, we have the max height as well. Okay, you also set the max height. Let's say instead for this one, uh, height, I am just considering the max height instead of simple height. Yes, once I defined here, I need to give, let's say, 500 pixels. That's okay. So need to go back in the browser to refresh the things. As you see, this is now height is 500 pixels. Okay, it, as you see, it sets automatically. So let's say you want to increase the width. Sorry, you want to increase the height as well. You can. Let's say I'm giving you instead of 1000 pixels. So need to go back. While I think I have not saved the file correctly. Where is the max? Let's say I'm changing to 300. Okay, 300 I'm taking. Let's see, will it work or not. It's not working. It's actually maximum height is already set. As you see, this text is this how it takes the height. Okay, that's what not changing. If you want to increase the text length, you will see the result. Let's say I am increasing the, let's say roughly I am taking on this one. Now you see in the browser, it automatically sets the, as you see, this one now, because due to the max width. Okay, this is going outside. So once it's going outside, you need to give the you need to increase the value for the what is it called, property value. You need to increase the max height property so that this text will appear in this section. Same like we have the max width, min height, okay, and min width as well. So these properties are related. It's basically helpful when you are creating a box, or when you are creating, let's say, your website contains different sections, okay, and you want to display text. Let's say you want, so yeah, that this section contains this text, this middle one section contains this text, and this one contains this set. So it's very helpful when you are describing that things. Okay, then we have the CSS models. We need to discuss that what are the CSS models. So we remember all HTML elements can be considered as boxes. So CSS box model, we remember box model is used when talking about designs and layouts. Okay, and box model is essential a box that wraps around every HTML element. Okay, you can say it consists of margins, it consists of borders, padding, okay, and the actual content as well. Okay, so I am telling you, need to we have some parts for this one for the box model. Before understanding the box model, we must be familiar that box model contains something. Let's say this box model, this contains some things. Box model, we remember box model has content. Box model has content. We remember box model has padding. Okay, box model also has border as well. Border. Okay, content, padding, border, and one thing more that is called the margin. So this box model basically contains these four properties. Okay, content, what the contents, how contents works, the content of the box where text and image appear, padding, it actually clears an area around the content. Okay, then we have the border, the border that goes around the padding, and the margin clears an area outside the border. Okay, so now if I solve this one, if I make something for you, let's say I'm displaying some text I need to write in the div section, then I will explain it to you how you will see. Okay, let's say that here I'm writing some facts about CSS. CSS is a popular language for front end. Okay, for front end is an alternative to Bootstrap 5. So this is how your div sections. Okay, you define these div sections. Now what you need to do, you just need to give the some styles as well. Let's say here you define background color is okay. Let's say width, I am not taking the max width. I'm just taking the width. Let's say 300 pixels. I'm taking the width. Okay, and I'm taking not considering the height as well. Instead of the height, I need to take the padding. So padding, I'm taking padding. Let's say I'm taking 300 pixels. The value is fine. And then I'm taking the border, the very important thing, border. Okay, border. Let's say I'm taking 15 pixels, and I'm taking the border. Let's say solid green. This solid green border I have taken. Okay, padding is already I set here. Let it reduce the padding. Padding is let's say taking pixels. Okay, this is the padding, 50 pixels, solid green border, and margin is 20. Margin I have not taken. Oh, sorry. I need to take the margin as well. Let's say margin I am taking. So margin I am taking, let's say 20 pixels for the margin. So here I take some things, okay, to show you that how this padding, margins, width, okay, and background color will impact this one, okay, will impact this one box model. Okay, these are the related to the box model. So you need to see in the browser, this is how it works. Okay, as you see, this is actually a box, a CSS box. But we remember how this box is made of. This is called the border, which you see green color. This is called the border. Okay, this is called the width. This maximum, this border gun. This is called the width. Okay, this is called the width. Same like we have this inside color that is called the powder blue background color. Back BG color. Okay, background color. And same like we have this, as you see the difference between this border. Okay, this green is two big sections. So this is actually as a result of the value 15 pixels you have taken. And you see the padding. This one is the padding. This one inside. This one is the padding that this text is a quite starts from here and here it's end. Okay, this section is empty. This section, this is called the padding. This is how you set the padding. And we have one more thing that is called the margin. So margin from the lines. Sorry, padding. I mix the concept. Padding is this one, the gap from this one, and margin is this one. How much space it takes to start and how on what space it will end. Where padding is this one. Okay, the differences between the text. Okay, from top, bottom, left, right. Okay, so these all about CSS box. Okay, if you want to change the width size, you can. Let's say instead for width one, I am taking the width as 600. So once I have taken the 600 width, now you see how it's look like. As you see, this width is now increasing. Same like if you want to see the padding, where is the padding applies? So you need to change the padding. Let's say instead for 50 pixels, you need to take 150 pixels. Yeah, you once you have taken the padding 150 pixels, now you see in the browser how it works. So this is the padding. Okay, as you see the difference between the distance between, okay, from the border, this is called the padding. Same like if you change the other value, that is what we call, instead for padding I am taking the margin I am changing. Let's say margin I am taking 70. So once I have taken the margin, need to see in the browser, yes, this is the margin. Okay, from this margin, this one, okay, as you see, this one is a margin from line, how it takes this margin. If you want to increase the margin, you can see in the browser. Okay, let's say I'm taking, instead for this one I'm taking 200. So you see the clear difference between these two. As you see the difference from this line, this is actually the margin, and inside the text, how, what is the difference, how the text starts, this is called a padding. Inside the box is padding, and outside the box, if you want to set, that is called the margin. So both are the differences you have to keep in mind, okay, while doing the CSS. So this is all about yes, this is all about the box model. Box model contain the content, as you see the text. Okay, it contains the padding, it contains the border, and it contains the margin. Okay, once you set that values correctly, your box model is okay. So this is how you define this box model. You can also set the height and width of any of an element. Okay, and one important thing which you need to remember, whenever you set the width and height properties of element with CSS, you just set the width and height of the content area. Okay, the content written inside that area, you just only set that width and height. Okay, so this all about, yes, this all about the box model, CSS box model. I hope so this is clear to you. Now moving to CSS outlines. Basically, outline is a line draw outside the elements border. Okay, outside the elements border. Okay, or you say that outline is a line that is drawn around elements outside the border. If you see some line outside the border, that is called the outline. Okay, to why we are using this outline, it's basically makes the elements stand out. Okay, let's say if I need to define here, we remember, first of all, listen, we have the CSS property, that is the outline. It has the properties as well. Okay, outline is the property, and it has various values. Dotted, we have the dotted, we have the dashed one, we have the solid, we have the double groove, like the properties which we discussed in the border. Same like for the outline, we have same properties for the outline. Okay, so let me define here one. Here one I am taking, let's say, outline. Here one. Outline, let's say I am taking the dotted. Okay. Dotted I am taking. Okay. Once I define the dotted one, now we'll see, and also giving the color. Okay. Let's say red dotted. We'll see. uh, Actually, it's Not outline, it's outline, I think style. I need to check it again. It's outline style. Yeah, this one. Outline style. Okay, let's say which color solid. Let's say you giving this one, which. Okay. Now you see the outline as well around it, outside the wall. Actually, you see some outline, but the color is quite other one. Let me go back and instead for this green, I am taking, let's say, light color. Okay, light pink color. Give me a minute. Okay, so here, so the instead for this one outline, I need to take what is it called, which the best topic. So here I have taken the outline style as dotted. Okay, so let's see in the browser how it works. So need to go back, refresh the page. As you see, now border is dotted. Okay, this is outline border. Okay, same like if I change this one, if you want to change the style, let's improve you are taking, you can. Okay, if I refresh the page, yes, as you see, this is now group. Same like you can also take the dash border as well. So this is all about the box model, okay, and how you give the style for the box model and what are the necessities element for creating the box model. So I am not moving to next one. Okay, we are limiting only here. We discuss about the box model and we discuss how you set the width and height properties. Next video was will be about outline width as well. You also set the outline width as well, and then inshallah we will cover about font sizes, text, and some more stuffs related to the CSS. So guys, if you like my video, kindly do like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Meet you in next video. Take care.